What sort of time do you normally go to sleep? What time do you wake and what time do you get up?
So this is another issue for me in the situation I'm living in, which is my housemate and I keep quite different hours. And if I had my way, I would be, switching everything in the flat off at 10, and being in my room, decompressing, writing my diary, reading, and turn my phone off, and with the aim to turn the light out at 11. But, if we're both home, she'll watch, not always, but like there'll be a night where I just want to get my head down. I want to have quiet. I want to, but she'll be in the living room watching TV right up until 11, which is the time we've sort of compromised on switching things off in the communal area because it's right outside my bedroom. And it's like it's in my room. But even that is like, it kind of disrupts me. And I think this is a nervous system thing because I get stressed about, because in my head, I'm like, I just know she's going to be watching it till 11 because that's what we agreed. And she wants to push it right up until that, what we'd agreed. Like, and it becomes this source of like anger for me. And it's not like, and I totally understand it from her point of view. It's her house too. And she doesn't have these issues. Why shouldn't she be able to enjoy the living space until a reasonable hour, which is what it is. It's a reasonable hour, But for me, it's like, oh, for fuck's sake, I just want to, I want to have the control to be able to go to bed when I want to go to bed and have peace when I want peace. I'm 41. Why can't I have that, So it's just, I think I've realized in the last couple of weeks, the next place I do need to live alone. So I think I need to kind of set things in motion to kind of make that happen. And until then, it's going to be a challenge, and I'm just going to have to I just won't be able to sort of have the control over my environment to the point where I'm able to keep the schedule I would like to keep.
And have you tried things like noise cancelling headphones or
yeah,
ways of...
I've got those. But it's like, and again, this speaks to how jacked up my nervous system is. It's just like, even if I'm sat there with them on, the knowledge that she's out there, like, because I that knowledge that I know when I take them off, I'll hear that noise again. It won't be peace and quiet, which is what I just want, Does that make sense? It's like,
it does.
And it creates this internal
it does make sense. But I think what it is it's indicative exactly of what you're saying of a jacked up nervous system. Because the more we're in a stress response, the more attuned we are and the more reactive we are to the environment around us. The calmer we are internally, the less we are reacting to it's like,
of course,
the more cortisol, the more adrenaline, the more it's like we're looking for danger and something happens and we go into that.
Yeah.
So from the perspective of being wired in your nervous system, you need the environment to be the way you want it to be in a calm, healing state. Therefore, the only resolution is to move and be by yourself. I would offer that if we are successful in training your system to be calmer, it may be that you have a very different response to having that, that's not to say that you're going to become tolerant of anything that's going on, but it's like right now, your comfort zone of tolerance is very narrow.
Yeah.
And I think the calmer your system becomes, the more that comfort zone then starts to expand and starts to grow.
Yeah.
So it goes back to, a key part of our focus together is how do we reset and calm your system? As we talk about it, I think it's very clear how important that actually is. But then we go back to losing the momentum in terms of and it's not that you did meditation and suddenly, you started speaking in tongues and the whole world transformed for you in that moment, but you noticed there was a calming that happened that was momentary, and it wouldn't necessarily have lasted that long initially, but there was a calming.
Yeah.
The way that tends to work is if that's kind of where your system is now, you meditate, you calm down, you stop, and it goes back again. And you have to do that enough times that over time, you're training a new baseline. It's like all the systems in your body have a homeostatic balance. So your blood sugar, your blood pressure, your blood temperature. And if these things go out of balance, your body works very hard to bring them back into balance. Right now, you have what I call a maladaptive stress response. You have normalized to a high state of stress. And when your system comes back to balance, it thinks that's the balance.
Yeah.
So this is where you are. You might work to calm your system down.
Yeah.
You stop, your system goes, now hang on, that's normal. So it goes back to what it's got used to doing. So no one meditation or no one moment of insight resets that kind of conditioned response that's there. But over time, what you're working to do is to retrain your system, to teach your system to have a calmer foundation.
Yeah.